Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's here, and I'm back with another week with WBE Weekly Recaps. We are on week 12, the home stretch, and I am not alone.
What is going on? My name is JB Westside.
And, yeah, we are closing in on the final weeks. Quick update for those who may not know, be sure to check out the playoff push, because some of these games are impacted by the results of the playoffs. If you want to know what that, go check those shows out on both of them. Also, go get yourself a shirt because you're going to look beautiful in it. The ownage link is down below in the description. Get a shirt with your favorite logo of your favorite team, or just get a generic WBE shirt.
And be sure to go follow the WBE on Twitter. You can get involved with the pick'ems each week and compete in that along with us analysts.
Absolutely. And just so we are aware, K, Cray, and Nexus have not uploaded their game. So we are not going to be covering that game. We aren't able to see what's going on. Just so we're both aware. Cool? Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's hop into our first one then.
Cool. Shout out to anyone who gets that reference.
Yeah. Our first game here, we do have the New Orleans Pelippers, coached by John, a.k.a. Pokemon, versus the Tennessee Trubbish, coached by Deathly I Am. Deathly ended up bringing a team of Mega Beedrill, Gardevoir, Gofagrigus, Celesteela, Rotom-Mow, and Gligger. And John brought a team of Mega Diancie, Salamence, Diggersby, though, Magneton, Alakazam, and Vaporeon.
Alright, this is a really cool game. I love Rocky Helmet, Fizzduff, Salamence against Deathly's team. It's a great check for Mega Beedrill. It also helps with Celesteela. It also gives you coverage for Imbor, Rotom-Mow, and Gligar. So really like that bringing on John's behalf. And also, I gotta give a shout out to the Z-Zapkin and Alakazam. That's just can we get a pog for that one, boys?
that was really, really cool to see. His biggest Alakazam answer got killed by Z-Zapcannon. Now, Z-Zapcannon is awesome as all, but I'm pretty sure Alakazam does get, like, Thunderbolts.
I'm not sure on that one.
You stupid!
It might not. I may just look really stupid.
Either way, more damage to Celesteela is always a good thing.
Yeah, and once Celesteela went down and Kofag kind of got shipped, I didn't see an answer for Alakazam on Deathly's team.
John also did a great job of just chipping Deathly's team into quick attack range for Diggersby, and just back to Alakazam, or regular Alakazam, excuse me. We were just able to put the team on his back, and it kept the game alive once John went down 4-6 early. He just played a really good game to bring it back. Yeah,
it goes to show that even though Deathly was up 6-4, I think the game was definitely in John's favor because everything was so whittled down to the fact that when one domino fell, the entire team started to crumble.
I did think Charge Beam Gardevoir was a cool bring. Like, that's always just a fun move to see.
Yeah.
The read on Energy Ball versus Mints on the switch into Diggersby was also a really good play on Deathly's behalf. So this is one of the better games Deathly's played recently. But honestly, I think he should have gone Mega B first versus him. He kind of just sat Gardevoir for nothing. And Sam just kind of steamrolled a little bit from there. But nonetheless, a big win for John this week.
Yeah, absolutely. Really helping him to prove. I think he is now 9-3.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, 9-3 sounds about right.
Either that or 8-4.
One of the two. Either way.
Professionals.
Yeah, we're really good at this, I swear. But let's jump into our next game here, which was a really good one as well. We have the New York Marauders, coached by Mr. Talent, versus the Rochester Rhinos, coached by Iron Boffin.
All right. Boffin brought a team of Mega Altaria, Jolteon, Suicune, Weavile, Spiritomb, and Metagross. Mr. Talent brought a team of Empoleon, Buzzwole, Nihilego, Stunfisk, Latios, and Gyarados.
Now, Boffin, support Altaria was really, really good this week, and I support the bring.
Actually, having a removal for once is always a good thing on this dude's team, but most important thing this game, Stoop Kid doing MVP things. Got the static on Weavile, which was just huge. Of course, it also died to the Weavile on the same turn, so but still, Stunfisk doing MVP things is always good to see.
Tit for tat.
Yeah. Fortunately, it did make Weavile kind of useless, which Weavile had a really good matchup this game, so it's a little bit unfortunate, but, I mean, when you're going up against the MVP, like Stunfisk, you kind of have to
trade-off.
Prepare for that sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
The
MVP did a lot of work staticking that, but also getting the best move in the game off, Stealth Rock.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially against a team like Muffins.
Yeah, when he had to bring support Mega Altaria. Rocks on the MVP was just perfect this week, so the MVP was played to perfection.
Yeah. Looking like Giannis out here, but
yes.
the Nihiligo foul play on Metagross coming in was a huge play. He was able to 2-hit KO that big threat to his team was Drew. But yeah, I thought Boffin did a good job of playing around Nihiligo. Using Weavile as a sack was the right play. Yeah, it just came down to like a pretty unfortunate Spadaf drop versus Spiritomb where he wasn't able to live a second Shadow Ball from Latios, which was a little bit rough. But other than that, I thought it was a pretty well played game on both sides.
I did enjoy Boffin's new style of editing.
Oh yeah, it was
although
fun.
I did get scared when Mr. LaBeouf's screamed "Just do it."
Yeah,
I literally jumped out of my chair.
Always freaks me out in videos because, like, especially when like it's not usually an edited video and it just comes out of nowhere. It's like what? It's like the knocking thing.
Yeah, I hate that.
What?
I hate that. But yeah,
don't worry, we're totally not gonna edit that in right here, are we?
Nope, I don't know what you're talking about there. But
yeah, but
Scarf Beast Boosters was really cool. That was awesome
for sure. If I were Drew, I probably would have recovered up versus Mega Alt when Lottie, because his opponent's only out at that point would have been creating Hyper Voice, but it only ended up costing him a point of differential. But it also could have lost in the game had Boffin got that crit Hyper Voice on Latios. But like I said, it didn't really end up mattering in the end. Buzzle was just able to come in and clean up the game. So that's that.
But yeah, that is that. And it was a really good game. Definitely go watch
very
that
well played
one.
on both sides.
Remember, Hacks as a win con.
Of course, always.
Have to get that in there at least once. Speaking of once, the next game is the Newcastle Needle Kings, coached by Patters, versus the Milwaukee Sawsbucks, coached by a Magnitude, aka Steve. Now, the first thing I have here is Mega Swampert, Quillfish, Thunderous Therian, Politoed, Azelf, and Armaldo for Steve. And Patters brought a team of Mega Gyarados, Alolan Executor, Tapu Koko, Delphox, Snorlax, and Xatu.
I thought the Xatu set was great. 3 attacks, Roost, Fizz-Def.
Yes.
That's just a great breeding. Xatu had a phenomenal matchup. The Trick Room Grass type versus Rain is always a good thing. Alolan Executor just being able to kind of power through this team if played correctly. And the block Curslax is absolutely disgusting.
Fire.
But it was a good set.
Yeah.
I respect it.
It's a shame Armaldo was a great check to the Eggy, because Eggy had a chance to put in a lot of work. Also, no Z-move Thundy. Sad pandas.
Yeah, once again, just like, man, just a Z-move something. No, joking, but I thought Trick Azelf was great for Curslax. Unfortunately, Choice Band is also a pretty good item on Snorlax, and maybe that wasn't the play, but I mean, at least it's not Curslax.
Yeah.
Just a banded lax.
Just a banded facade lax staring you down.
Maybe, you know, if it was a Specs or a Scarf you were tricking, you're in a good spot, but now it's just banded facades you have to switch into now.
Yeah.
That's just kind of rough.
One thing I do want to point out is Delphox putting in quite a bit of work. It was really cool to see that pairing with the Xatu set. Xatu was just perfect this game. It was played perfectly, built perfectly. It was the MVP of this game in my opinion.
Agreed. Pedersen make a really good play going Xatu on Quillfish. After Quillfish had taunted Snorlax, he was able to magic bounce back a Spike. I thought that was really good. Hindsight, maybe Patters should have DD'd on Quillfish. His opponent probably wouldn't have stayed in though, so he made the right play there. But it's whatever, it's hindsight. But I thought he picked a great time to go for Trick Room with the Eggy. He was able to get a lot of damage off versus his opponent. Unfortunately, like you said earlier, the Armaldo did live the Giga Drain after, and Eggy wasn't able to put in a ton of work, but it still did what it needed to. But I thought Patters played perfectly around his sacks. He used Trick Room well, and he was just able to clean up the game with Delphox. He, like I said, played his sacks perfectly this game, I felt like.
Yeah, exactly. Rolling into our next game here, we have, in my opinion, one of the weirdest games.
This was definitely a weird one.
The Nijmegen Mez Leafs, coached by Automatic, versus the South Texas Sableyes, coached by Invivid Color.
Vivid brought a team of Mega Aggron, Mew, Noivern, Galvantula, Sneasel, and Nidoking. Auto brought a team of Salazzle, Slowbro, Clefable, Raikou, Cobalion, and Yanmega.
Yeah, and this was just a weird game in my opinion. It was super weird because Sneasel was just kind of there, and I really didn't like the bring. It got destroyed by 4 or 6 members, and it only really dealt with one opposing member of the team, as we can see here. Like, it only really helped deal Slowbro, but it was just set up fodder for the Cobalion and Mega, Hidden
Can't
Power
really
fighting
do much to Salazzle
Raikou,
either.
Yeah, and I really don't agree with that bring. One thing I did like though was Mew Z Mew.
Mm-hmm. Tapu Lucha also had a pretty good matchup this game. It's just like that was what his opponent was supposed to prep for. I thought the Flame Charge 3 attacks, Salazzle had a fantastic matchup. Life Orb, you can see by the scorecard, ended up putting in a ton of work this game. But yeah, it's just, this was a weird game. I'm not sure how seriously Vivid was taking it, considering he's already locked for playoffs, and he hasn't uploaded the side of the video, so we don't really have much to go on with that. Bugsy Cobalion is random and cool, and it put in a ton of work as well. But other than that, I thought Otto did a great job of knowing when to sack the right mons, and worked well towards the sim game with Salazzle, and it came through.
Yeah, Salazzle was great this week, just like you said. I really don't know how well Vivid was playing, given the Sneasel bring. Nidoking was an alright bring, but considering we don't know his full set yet, I can't really judge it too much. But yeah. I don't think Vivid brought the best possible team, because Otto is not locked out of playoffs, if I remember correctly.
I'm not too sure on that. He's only like 5 or 6 wins, but who knows? That might be what you need to get in.
Yeah, considering half the division gets in, it's going to be close to C.
Yeah.
So we could see that he was playing the existential mind games and not prepping for the best team. But
or he's like, I already have my playoff spot. Whatever.
Yeah, just memeing around.
Could have been one or the other. Yeah.
Either way, let's hop into our next game here. We have the Bronx Paratext, coached by Poke MD, versus the Free State Torcatch, coached by Duncan Cannot Die. Now, Duncan brought a team of Blacephalon, Araquanid, Jirachi, Hitmontop, Zygarde 10%, and Lurantis, versus Joey's Mega Gallade, Toxapex, Crocodile, Piloswine, Breloom, and Volcarona.
This man prepped for Block Soak Toxic Araquanid. Like, Joey's on another level, dude. To be fair, I've ran Soak Toxic Araquanid before, but Jesus Christ. When you're prepping for that, like, that's when you know you're on a really high level for, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, this, for those of you wondering why the score is this way, this game went to timer.
Yep.
So, for those of you curious about that, this is just,
yeah. It went to timer, and it also ended up that he forfeited. He hasn't Duncan. He realized that he was an existential loss, and I think there was maybe like 5 minutes left. This was done on Showdown, I do remember that. But Duncan did realize he can't win from that point. So that's why Araquanid is just kind of sitting there with no death. But yeah, Pex and
I'm not sure if this counts
Kylo
as a 2-0 or a
counts as
what,
plus
like a
1.
2-1. Plus 1, okay.
Yeah.
That's how it is in the leagues I've done, but I remember Joey saying it was a 2-0 in his video, so I'm not really sure which way it went. I just put the final score of the game, so don't sue me.
Yeah, that's one of those where it's kind of hard to call. But yeah. Mega Gallade on paper had a lot of chance to do a lot of work.
This Mega Gallade set was might be my favorite set I've seen all season, but yeah,
wild.
It was a really cool set. Bulk Up, Drain Punch, Thunder Punch, Shadow Sneak, no speed, max HP with a lot of fizz stuff. It was just a really well prepared set. It was like really cool. Had everything that it did had merit for something on his opponent's team. I thought it was just a great set all around.
Yeah.
This season, like, Joey's been flexing his, you know, play and how, you know, just he understands the game. But this week, I really feel like he was flexing his team building and his preparation. Like, this is one of the most well-prepped teams I've seen from Joey or anyone, period, this season. And yeah, it's really cool to see that, for sure.
A typical Joey game, plays pretty defensive until he realizes once Blacephalon goes down, he can just start overpowering it. Because, yes, Zygarde 10% is really powerful, but it's very frail, and so is Blaze. So Jirachi was kind of the only thing as well standing in his way. So Jirachi went down, Blaze went down, and all of a sudden, you can't break packs.
Yeah. And by the way, that Jirachi set is disgusting, and once again, Duncan should feel terrible. It's jokes, obviously, but yeah, Cosmic Power weakness policy is just ew. But yeah, Joey did a great job of playing around that with the Piloswine, but the fact that he read Groundium Z Hitmontop of all Pokemon is just ridiculous. Like, you're just on another level when you can read random Z moves like that, so that was just really awesome. But I thought Joey did a great job of keeping his priority alive at the back with Mega Gallade, Shadow Sneak, and Piloswine. Ice Shard just ensuring he could never lose the game. And then, like you said, he was able to stall the Araquanid out of liquidations, and Duncan just could not break Toxapex at that point.
This is true. But yeah, Joey just showing it's another classic Joey game where he just played his game and you played right into it.
Duncan played very well this game. Like, let's not oversee that at all. I thought the Hitmontop set was awesome. Bulk Up, Mach Punch, Aerial Ace, the Earthquake. It was a really cool set. As was Fizdef Lurantis. He identified Breloom as a huge threat, and he prepped very well for it. It kind of just ended up getting sacked off to Jirachi, but, I mean, hey, he knew the Mon was a threat, and he prepped very well for it.
Yeah. This does point out something as well. Duncan is going to be a really scary threat come playoffs because I think he does have a spot. Not locked in, but I think if he wins next week, he's in.
Yeah, the next week is gonna be wild, so be sure to tune in, and we will explain the final playoff standings for you guys. But yeah, this last week is gonna be wild in terms of who gets in and who doesn't.
Absolutely, it's gonna be one to watch out for. But yeah, Duncan could be really scary in the playoffs. He could be one of those coaches to possibly get an upset off. So I would keep him as an eye out for a dark horse.
Definitely someone who can go all the way.
Absolutely. If I had to put money on a dark horse outside the top three, Wolf, Joey, and Vivid, I would put money on Duncan being the dark horse.
That's understandable.
Mm-hmm. But then again, he's my auto lock. But going into our last game here, we do have the Minnesota Vikings coached by Dan, a.k.a. A-Drive, versus the Milwaukee Bears coached by Wolf Blick.
All right, so Dan brought a team of Mega Manetric, Kieran Black, Skarmory, Gastrodon, Lycanroc Dusk, and Zoroark. Wolfie brought a team of Excadrill, Gigalith, Gengar, Tornadus T, Alolan Golem, and Weezing. Hey, remember that one time you were talking about the top 3 players? We got two of them right here.
I'd say top 4, yeah.
Yeah, definitely two of the people who've been playing very well this season, 2 of the heaviest hitters. Mm-hmm. This is a game that I'm pretty sure a lot of you have been looking forward to all season, and It did not disappoint. It was a really well-played game on both sides for Shrewskis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of my favorite things was the duel on Wolf. Dual Scarfers is always fun. I thought that was super nice.
Yes. I love me some dual Scarfers. I've talked about it before. Like, the more Scarfers, the better, honestly. It just throws your opponent off. But where's my intro, man? Where is our intro, Wolfie? We need it. We need our content.
I was looking for, I was watching this game. I'm like, all right, time to sit down, write my notes. I need my intro analysis. Let's go. And then there's no intro. I'm like, no,
it just goes right into the game. Like, what is this? I feel a little bit ripped off.
However, it kind of made up for it. He had to find his charger mid-game, which was more tense than some of the games we've seen this season.
Like, the top comment on both of their videos is, whatever the timestamp is, Dan, wow, he's really thinking about this play. Wolfie, where's my charger? I'm pretty sure it's the top comment on both battle videos.
That's so great.
But shout out to those top comments.
Shout out to
fantastic.
But on Dan, the Kieran plays at the beginning kind of set the tone for the entire match. Gigalith living, then breaking the sub. I think that is kind of the entire game in a nutshell, honestly.
Kieran, on paper, always has a good matchup, but Wolfie played as well around Kieran Black as anyone has this season, limiting its effectiveness pretty well, using Gigalith to just sponge hits from it. Gigalith is one of those monsters that gets overlooked in terms of, just being a pain to kill sometimes.
True. Yeah, let alone does it get the Spadef boost like T-Tar does in the sand. It has decent Fizz bulk and HP as well.
Yeah, it already has 8 million physical defense, so it's just a tough mon to deal with, and even Kieran Black couldn't break through it, so that really tells you how strong that mon is.
Excuse me, JB, it's actually 8,432,000, thank you. Sorry.
My bad.
But it just goes to show that thing is stupid thick.
For sure.
It's very hard to kill, and it honestly put in way too much work, in my opinion. But Bird Gang Rise.
Yep.
The
Tornado
Bird.
Steve putting in a ton of work this game. Offensive Life Orb with Grass Knot just putting in a ton of work against Dan's team. It's one of those mons that has a decent matchup against his defensive core, the Florges, the Gastrodon, and the Skarmory. It can hit all 3 of those super effectively, and only one of them or only 2 of them ended up coming, so you didn't really have to worry about the Florges as much. But yeah, just Torn T putting the team on its back a little bit. Good to see. Bird up.
Bird up. But yeah, that is all my notes I have on here. All right, well, I think that is going to do it for us today, guys, this week. Thank you all for tuning in again. We appreciate you guys for all the feedback you guys have given us this season. We love y'all. Be sure to go check out the other recaps. They're up as well, sometime within the next 48 to 752 hours.
Nice. Covering your bases there. I like it.
Absolutely. And with that, I think we're going to get on out of here today, guys. JB.
# disable ad block.
And we're going to get on out of here today, guys. Peace out, Scouts.
Peace.